Look at that, would you? Just crashed and it's already sending out a distress beacon, remarked Commander Thrix as his crew's vessel hovered over the crash site of the USS Horizon. The human spacecraft, its hull scarred and smoldering from atmospheric entry, lay sprawled across the rugged terrain of RAX-5. This desolate planet, known for its harsh conditions and frequent electromagnetic storms, was not where any ship hoped to find itself. Thrix maneuvered his ship closer, the engines humming softly in the thin atmosphere, as he and his team prepared for a rescue operation. Ready the medbay and inform the team we may have survivors. Keep your guard up. This is uncharted territory and we don't fully understand human technology, he instructed his crew, his eyes scanning the large fissures in the ship's structure, visible even from their current altitude. The Zalorian craft landed with a soft thud, a safe distance from the horizon, kicking up clouds of red dust. Thrix and his team, equipped with breathing apparatus and medical kits, approached the wreckage cautiously. The silence of RAX-5 was eerie, only broken by the occasional crackle of their comms and the distant howls of the wind. As they reached the hull of the human ship, Lieutenant Sila, Thrix's second-in-command, managed to pry open an emergency exit door using her specialized tools. The door groaned open, revealing a dark interior lit intermittently by sparks from damaged electrical circuits. "Hello, this is Commander Thrix of the Zalorian Exploration Fleet. We received your distress call. Is anyone in need of assistance?" Thrix called into the shadowy breach, his voice echoing slightly in the confines of the damaged ship. From the darkness, a weak response came. "Here! Help us, please!" a human voice croaked. It was feeble but filled with relief. The team's lights pierced the gloom as they entered the ship. Inside, they found 3 human crew members in the main corridor, all in various states of distress but alive. They were bruised, battered, and one was clutching at a makeshift bandage around her leg. But they were conscious and clearly fighters. "I'm Captain Sarah Lyons of the USS Horizon. We were surveying this sector when we got caught in a meteor shower," the one who appeared to be the leader managed to explain. Her voice was steady despite the obvious pain she was in. "It knocked out our navigation and we crash-landed. We've been trying to stabilize the ship and treat the wounded ever since." Thrix nodded, signaling his medic to step forward. "We'll take care of your injuries first," he assured her. His team swiftly moved into action, assessing the humans' conditions and providing immediate care with their advanced medical equipment. As the medics worked, Thrix spoke with Captain Lyons, gathering information about their mission and the specifications of their ship. This would help him understand the extent of the damage and what his team might do to assist further. "Your ship has sustained severe damage, but our engineers are skilled. We can offer repairs to ensure your ship is spaceworthy again or transport you back to Zalorian space, where you can contact your people," Thrix offered, watching the relief wash over Captain Lyons' face. "That's generous of you, Commander. We'd appreciate any help we can get. Our main priority is getting our systems back online and ensuring the safety of my crew," Captain Lyons responded, her gratitude evident. Thrix communicated the situation back to his ship, arranging for additional support. Engineers and technicians were dispatched with tools and parts that could help stabilize the Horizon and potentially get its critical systems functioning enough for the journey home. As the rescue operation continued, the Zalorians worked alongside the humans, sharing techniques and knowledge. This unexpected meeting, born from a near disaster, marked the beginning of what could be a promising alliance. The humans' tenacity and the Zalorians' willingness to assist were not just acts of survival, but gestures of mutual respect and perhaps the first steps towards a deeper interstellar cooperation. By the time Thrix and his crew prepared to depart, the USS Horizon was no longer just a wreck on the desolate plains of RAX-5. It was a symbol of resilience and newfound camaraderie in the vast, unpredictable cosmos. The next few days were a flurry of activity as the Zalorian and human teams collaborated to repair the USS Horizon. Under the harsh rays of RAX-5's twin suns, the two groups, once strangers from distant stars, now worked side by side, sharing tools, knowledge, and stories. Commander Thrix watched with a sense of satisfaction as Zalorian engineers taught the humans advanced welding techniques using a plasma torch that cut through the damaged hull, like a knife through butter. Captain Lyons and her crew, in turn, demonstrated their method of circuitry repair, which involved a complex but highly effective bypass system that was new to the Zalorians. "Your people are quite resourceful," Thrix commented as he and Captain Lyons surveyed the ongoing repairs. "We have to be," Lyons replied, wiping a bead of sweat from her forehead. "Space exploration demands innovation and adaptability. It's what's kept us alive this far from home." Their conversation was interrupted by Lieutenant Sila, who approached with a datapad in hand. "Commander, we've completed the diagnostic of their navigation system. The good news is it's salvageable, but it's going to require a major overhaul." "Understood, Lieutenant." "Let's prioritize that. The sooner they can navigate, the sooner they can communicate with their fleet," Thrix directed, then turned to Lyons. "We've also set up a temporary communication link with our ship. You can send a message to Earth. Let them know you're okay." Lyons nodded gratefully. "That means a lot, Commander. My crew and their families will be relieved to hear we're alive and well." As the Horizon systems slowly came back online, the camaraderie between the two crews grew. The humans invited the Zalorians to share meals, offering dishes from Earth that were rehydrated with a machine that intrigued the Zalorians with its simplicity and efficiency. In return, the Zalorians shared their own rations, which included a nutrient-rich gel that the humans found surprisingly palatable. One evening, as they gathered around a makeshift table set up beside the Horizon, Dr. Helen Choi, the ship's science officer, sparked a conversation about the technologies each species hoped to develop in the coming years. "We've been working on quantum entanglement communication," Choi explained. "It would allow us to send information instantaneously across vast distances without the need for relays." "That's fascinating," Thrix replied. "We've experimented with quantum states, but haven't achieved practical applications yet. Perhaps this is an area where our scientists could collaborate in the future." The idea of a joint research initiative was exciting to both parties, and they spent hours discussing potential projects and the benefits of such an alliance. It was clear that this unexpected encounter might lead to a lasting partnership, one that could influence the course of their civilization's development. Meanwhile, the engineers continued their work on the Horizon's hull. The damage was extensive, and while the Zalorian technology was superior, adapting it to the human ship posed significant challenges. However, the combined expertise of the two teams led to innovative solutions that melded their technologies seamlessly. By the end of the week, the Horizon's engines hummed to life, much to the delight of everyone involved. Captain Lyons invited Commander Thrix and his team to join her on the bridge for the initial systems test. As they initiated the sequence, the bridge's main screen lit up, displaying the starry expanse beyond the planet. The navigation system, now integrated with Zalorian enhancements, plotted a course that would take them back to the solar system's edge where they could safely warp to Earth. "It's working perfectly," Lyons announced, a broad smile spreading across her face. "Thanks to your team, Commander." "It was our honor," Thrix responded, his voice filled with pride. "This has been an exemplary demonstration of what our peoples can achieve together." The successful repair of the Horizon marked the beginning of the final phase of their time together on Rax 5. The humans prepared to depart, loading supplies and conducting final checks. The night before their departure, a formal farewell ceremony was held beneath the stars. Captain Lyons stood before both crews, her expression one of deep gratitude. "What started as a disaster turned into one of the most fortuitous encounters of our lives. Your kindness, skill, and willingness to help a crew of stranded explorers speaks volumes about your character and culture. We leave Rax 5 not just with a repaired ship, but with new friends and potential allies." Commander Thrix in turn expressed his hopes for the future. "Today we stand together not as humans and Zalorians, but as fellow explorers of the vast cosmos. Let us look forward to a future where our paths cross again in the spirit of friendship and mutual respect." The ceremony concluded with an exchange of gifts. Captain Lyons presented Thrix with a set of antique navigation tools, an astrolabe and a sextant, tools used by early Earth explorers that symbolized human history in the spirit of discovery. Thrix, in return, gifted Lyons a Zalorian compass, an intricate device capable of not only pointing towards magnetic north, but also detecting gravitational waves, useful for navigating through uncharted regions of space. The next morning, as the first light of dawn crept over the horizon of Rax 5, the Horizon's crew boarded their ship. The Zalorians gathered outside, a line of figures silhouetted against the brightening sky, to see them off. With the Horizon systems now fully operational and the crew ready, Captain Lyons initiated the launch sequence. The engines roared to life, a deep, thrumming sound that resonated across the barren landscape. Commander Thrix watched as the ship slowly lifted off the ground, its thrusters firing brightly against the morning light. As it ascended, the Horizon turned to perform a ceremonial flyby, saluting the Zalorians who had saved them. The ship then accelerated, disappearing into the blue sky, bound for Earth. As the dust settled and the roar of the engines faded, Thrix turned to his team, a sense of accomplishment filling his chest. "Let's head home," he said. "We've done good work here." Back aboard the Horizon, as Earth's coordinates were set and the warp drive engaged, the crew gathered around the bridge, watching as stars turned to streaks of light outside their windows. Captain Lyons stood at the helm, her gaze fixed on the path ahead. "Set course for Earth, maximum warp," she ordered, her voice steady and confident. "Aye, Captain," responded the helmsman, and with that the ship leaped forward, streaking through the cosmos towards home. The journey back was uneventful, but the mood among the crew was reflective. They discussed their plans to report their findings to Earth Space Command, their minds buzzing with ideas about potential alliances and technological exchanges with the Zalorians. Dr. Choi, in particular, was eager to delve into the quantum entanglement projects she had discussed with Thrix. Upon their arrival at Earth, the Horizon was greeted with much fanfare. News of their survival and the heroic rescue by an alien race had spread, and humanity was eager to learn more about their new friends. Captain Lyons, now hailed as a hero, was invited to speak at the United Nations, where she shared the story of their ordeal and the unexpected alliance they had formed. "Our universe is vast and full of wonders, and as we've learned, full of kindred spirits," she told the assembly. "The Zalorians extended a hand of friendship when we needed it most, and in doing so, they've opened a door to new possibilities for us all." The speech was met with applause, and soon diplomats and scientists were clamoring to discuss further relations with the Zalorians. Humanity, once isolated, now looked outwards with renewed hope and curiosity, eager to explore the alliances and adventures that lay beyond their solar system. And somewhere in the vastness of space, aboard his ship returning to Zaloria, Commander Thrix smiled, knowing that this encounter was just the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship between their two peoples. As the stars passed by, he pondered the future, a future where humans and Zalorians might explore the stars together as equals and friends. The universe had suddenly become a much smaller place, but the possibilities it held were now infinitely larger. The sense of new beginnings was palpable aboard the USS Horizon as it orbited Earth, reacclimating to the familiar gravitational pull of home. Captain Sarah Lyons stood before her crew in the main assembly hall, the bulkheads echoing with the soft hum of the ship's engines winding down from their long voyage. The faces looking back at her were different from those that had left Earth. These were faces tempered by trial, bonded by survival, and enlightened by unexpected friendship. "Team," Lyons began, her voice steady and commanding attention, "we've been through an ordeal that will be remembered in the annals of human exploration, but it's the friendships we've forged in the face of adversity that will define this chapter of our journey." Nods and murmurs of agreement filled the room, a shared recognition of the bond they'd formed with the Zalorians. As Earth's governments and scientific communities clamored for details about their saviors and the advanced technologies they had glimpsed through shared efforts. Plans were quickly drawn up for a formal diplomatic mission to Zaloria. The aim was to cement the burgeoning alliance with a series of treaties and collaborative projects that would benefit both worlds. Captain Lyons, now appointed as the ambassador due to her pivotal role in fostering the initial contact, prepared for the journey back to Zaloria with a mixed delegation of diplomats, scientists, and military advisors. The mission was clear: establish a formal alliance with the Zalorians expanding human presence into a cooperative, interstellar community. Meanwhile, on Zaloria, Commander Thrix was facing his own set of challenges and opportunities. News of his encounter with the human survivors had spread throughout his planet, sparking a mixture of curiosity and caution among his people. The Zalorian High Council, intrigued by the humans' spirit and their technological potential, convened a special session to discuss the implications of this new relationship. Commander Thrix stood before the council, delivering his report. The humans, though technologically less advanced than us in some areas, possess a remarkable capacity for innovation and resilience, he explained. Their concepts of diplomacy and mutual aid align closely with our principles. I believe a partnership could be immensely beneficial. The council listened intently, their decisions here poised to significantly shift Zalorian foreign policy. After hours of deliberation, they agreed to proceed with the alliance, eager to embrace the potential scientific and cultural exchanges that lay ahead. Back on Earth, preparations were underway for the historic mission to Zaloria. The Horizon, refitted and resupplied, stood ready to bridge the gap between the two species once again. Ambassador Lyons, reviewing the diplomatic gifts and scientific data packets to be exchanged, felt a profound sense of responsibility. This mission was about more than diplomacy. It was about paving the way for a future where humanity was a part of a larger cosmic community. As the Horizon approached Zaloria, the Zalorian fleet greeted them with a ceremonious display of aerial maneuvers and light shows, a testament to their technological prowess and their respect for the humans. The Earth delegation was escorted to the planetary capital, where a grand meeting hall had been prepared for the summit. The summit was a spectacle of interstellar diplomacy. Zalorian delegates in their flowing, luminescent robes mingled with human diplomats in their formal attire, each group eager to learn from the other. The discussions were fruitful, spanning topics from joint exploration initiatives to shared defense strategies against common threats. Technologies were exchanged, including human advancements in quantum communication and Zalorian innovations in energy production. In one of the breakout sessions, Dr. Helen Choi presented her team's latest research on quantum entanglement, a project that had benefited greatly from the preliminary data shared by the Zalorians. With your insights, Choi addressed her Zalorian counterparts, we believe this technology can be developed to a point of practical, everyday use, revolutionizing how we communicate across vast distances. The Zalorians, in turn, were keen to integrate human creativity into their own scientific endeavors, particularly in the areas of environmental technology and space habitation. Commander Thrix, who had become something of a liaison for scientific exchanges, facilitated discussions that often stretched long and into the Zalorian night. As the summit drew to a close, a formal treaty was signed, heralding the beginning of the Earth-Zalorian alliance. Celebrations erupted both on Zaloria and back home on Earth, where live feeds of the summit were broadcast. Humanity watched as their representatives shook hands with alien partners, a once unimaginable scene now heralding a new age of cooperation. Captain Lyons, standing beside Commander Thrix as the assembly applauded, felt a surge of pride. "We made history today," she said to him, her smile reflecting a deep-seated joy and optimism. "We did," Thrix agreed, his eyes twinkling with the reflection of Earth in the distance. "And we'll make much more, together." The Horizon returned to Earth laden not just with treaties and shared knowledge, but with stories of a budding friendship across the stars. The journey back was a time for reflection for all aboard, how a desperate survival mission had sparked an interstellar partnership. Upon arrival, the crew was met with fanfare befitting their heroic status. Media outlets from around the globe broadcast their return live, and Captain Lyons, now Ambassador Lyons, addressed the world from the landing pad. "We went to the stars as explorers, became survivors by necessity, and returned as diplomats and bridge builders," she declared. Her words resonated not just on Earth, but were also transmitted live to Zaloria, where Commander Thrix and his people watched with equal enthusiasm. In the weeks and months that followed, the Earth-Zalorian alliance began to take tangible form. Exchange programs were established, allowing scientists, scholars, and even students to travel between Earth and Zaloria. These exchanges deepened mutual understanding and appreciation for each culture's uniqueness and strengths. Technological collaborations bore fruit earlier than anticipated. The combined efforts in quantum communication technology led to breakthroughs that would have taken decades for humans to achieve alone. Similarly, Zalorian environmental technology helped Earth improve its climate resilience, addressing some of the most pressing issues facing the planet. The military alliances also strengthened. Joint training exercises became common, where human creativity and tactics and Zalorian advanced technology provided both sides with new perspectives and capabilities. These exercises ensured that should either species face a threat, they would not face it alone, but as united allies. Ambassador Lyons often met with Commander Thrix, now appointed as the Zalorian ambassador to Earth, to discuss ongoing projects and potential challenges. Their meetings, always marked by mutual respect and a shared vision for the future, were testament to the deep trust that had developed between their species. One of their significant joint ventures was the construction of an interstellar cultural exchange center located in orbit around Earth's moon. The center was designed to be a hub for cultural, educational, and scientific exchange, open to all species willing to contribute to and benefit from the collective knowledge of the galaxy. The center's opening ceremony was attended by delegates from numerous worlds, signaling a new era of cosmic diplomacy. Earth and Zaloria, once isolated in their respective corners of the galaxy, were now leaders in a growing network of alliances that promised a brighter future for all involved. During her speech at the opening, Ambassador Lyons looked out over the crowd, her heart swelling with pride. "Today we stand together not just as representatives of our own worlds, but as members of a galactic community," she said. "Our diversity is our strength. Our willingness to reach out across the void is our beacon. Let this center be a place where we all grow together, overcoming our differences and building a future that honors all life." The applause that followed echoed through the halls of the center, out into space and across countless worlds. The story of the USS Horizon and its crew had become a legend, a reminder of the boundless possibilities when courage meets kindness and desperation leads to unity. As the celebrations continued, Ambassador Lyons and Commander Thrix stepped aside, looking out at the stars from the viewing platform of the center. They talked of plans, dreams, and the endless frontier before them, aware that the journey they had started was just one of many more to come. In this new era, humanity no longer looked to the stars with trepidation, but with hope, ready to face whatever challenges came with allies by their side, in a universe that suddenly seemed a little less vast.